And we found a few days of the week where we can be ferociously busy. That just feels good.
You're watching Quarantine Catch-Ups, only on CorkScrewed TV.
Erik Peacock, how are you?
Ralphie! God, it's good to see you, man. It's been way too long.
It has. It has. For viewers who don't know, Erik and I try and make time to have a slurp every once in a while. Enjoy some Pinot or some Gamay or some Baco when we can, and we haven't been able to do that. So what have you been doing, buddy?
Mostly just working, Ralph, to be honest with you. I think we were away on vacation, came back to like what was COVID-19, and just tried to figure out what was happening with the restaurant, and working in the back with my son Jared and Dale, my partners out front, kind of manning the phones, and we're doing takeout from Wednesday to Saturday.
Yeah, because Wellington's not typically a takeout place, is it?
No, it's not. Like the whole kitchen's kind of, changed. Usually we, kind of work in stations. Everyone has their tight little area that they get to work from. So it's something that you can manage. But it's been hard to kind of change the kitchen over to one station or two, and then I'm kind of running back and forth. It's been challenging to say the least, but it's a tough world that we're living in right now, because we're just trying to not only order the food and produce it and spend time with our people on the telephone, but also to maintain a clean environment and to stock the fridge and to clean things up. It's been a lot, man. And it's partially why we're trying to take Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, because you just need a break.
Yeah. Well, I know that you've been busy, which
Yeah.
is good, because not everybody can say that. But it's been remarkable to see how everybody's jumping on board the takeout. Like our mutual friend Marcel from Pondview started this Facebook group,
Yeah.
Niagara, Ontario restaurant, or the what is it, takeout and delivery restaurants.
What do they have, like 6,000 members or 7,000 members now?
It's just cracked 8,000.
Did it really? Wow.
Yeah. So you've got this population here in Niagara who are great supporters of the local restaurant scene, which is pretty vibrant. And then this happens, and it's like, nobody had any notice. So everybody is literally trying to, figure out what to do with this. You can't just shut down, or do you just shut down? I know you've got your staff to consider, you've got your facility to consider, and you've got your patrons to consider. So
what's really interesting about it, and I'm fascinated by the sort of the nature of the business that we're in at the moment. It's highly competitive. Everyone's watching everyone on social media to see what sticks. I've noticed like there are a lot of taco kits coming out tomorrow for Cinco de Mayo, and
yeah,
and that's cool. That's something that we created that really is working for us on Friday nights.
Yeah.
But there are other things that don't work as well. And I'm surprised at just how busy we are, but how like kind of little traction there is, like week in and week out. Like you have to kind of keep working it the entire time. When you take a break or you look the other way for a few minutes, it's not the same. You have to keep moving it. But with the threat of oversaturating like your people.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's a learning curve for everybody involved. I mean, Pat and I, it blindsided us. I mean, we're planning to film this summer, and we're dealing with different distributors and wineries and talking about we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and then the rug literally got pulled out from beneath us, and everybody says the province is shut down.
Yeah.
Is the word that we use to describe it, and I think it comes down to a personal decision. You have to decide, am I shut down or am I not?
Yeah.
And we decided, what can we do? We can't come up with a vaccine, so that's out. We're not chefs, so we can't do what you do. But we did have, all these episodes, and not everybody had access to them. So we thought, and anybody with an internet connection, we're going to make these available. And then we're also going to talk to the people involved and see how they're pivoting and what they're doing. So Wellington Court is thriving. I know my in-laws are ordering from you.
Yeah.
Enjoying, Jess and I have date night on Thursday night still, so we try and maintain the ordering out and just doing it different. And
we're so appreciative of all of the support.
Yes, now you can order a bottle of wine with your meal, and it comes with it, and it's brilliant. It's one stop. You just have to eat it at home.
That's sort of an interesting segue into Mother's Day this Sunday. I hate to promote it. We're just about to kind of launch our plan. And we've created kind of a one-stop shop there. So I contacted De La Terre. They're going to give us these little mini baguettes. I'm making a salad niçoise sort of, take on poached salmon with just cooked potatoes tossed in tons of herbs. There's pickled things. There's boiled eggs. There's olive and green bean and asparagus. So it's kind of like a perfect complement. And then we've teamed up with Emily from Spade and Sparrow, and she's making a flower arrangement.
Nice.
And of course, HOP, the guys have given us the bag so we can shove in some Cuvée Catherine Brut Rosé. The flowers go next to it. A package that comes from Wellington Court with the baguette. So it's like a one-stop shop sort of thing.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's taken a few extra days to kind of put all the things together.
And Jess has said to me, "Oh, don't worry about Mother's Day," and we all know what that means.
Everyone that's watching this will, of course, kind of be, privy to Facebook or Instagram or social media. But we found that a lot of our clients actually, aren't on. So we're still sending weekly newsletters. So if you have a family member that wants the information, they just need to go on to the wellington-court.com site and subscribe to the newsletter. And then every week there'll be a little, hey, how are you? Here's what we're doing.
Okay. That's good information.
Yeah. My mom, for instance, she's not watching what we're doing. I basically have to tell her twice a week. So I've tried to get her to subscribe to the newsletter. So finally I just put her email in.
Well, very good. My mom, on the other hand, watches everything I do. I don't know if that's because I've trained her now, but I always get a phone call after. She doesn't text, she doesn't message. She calls me still and says, "Oh, I saw. It looks good." So, and she's a big fan of yours, so she'll enjoy watching this. Hi, Mom. By the way, hi. So that's good. So you've got some fun stuff going on in the works with Pondview, and as always, the Coach House at Henry Pelham and Wellington Court. You're a busy man, Erik Peacock.
We are trying to figure out how we want to open up the Coach House. We're trying to figure out how that could work. I'm not sure if anyone knows what's allowed, but I think we're going to start with just another takeout opportunity there, but hopefully you could find yourself 20 feet apart on a picnic table or leaving in your car or, however that's going to look. But the Speck brothers and I are just starting to have that conversation. I'm thinking about just a complete shift in how we used to run the Coach House and completely differently. But I'm super anxious to bring back some kitchen help, some of our Wellington Court family to discuss it through and keep it super professional.
Yeah. That's I had a good conversation with Paul Speck the other day, and he was saying the same thing. The uncertainty. What do you do? How do you do it? He also said there's a silver lining in this, in that online sales are way up.
Yeah.
Which is good because we're getting people used to ordering online, ordering takeout from places that you might not think about takeout, and keeping your finger on the pulse with restaurants like yours and Andrew's and then he said they're doing curbside pickup, so people are going to the winery, picking up some wine, And if the coach house is open, he's like, I don't know how we're going to do it. Is it a takeout, or there's enough room to spread people out? Like, it's still social distance and still have something to eat. So how are we going to do it? And it might change the way we do business when everything goes back to quote unquote normal. So
Yeah, I know it's an interesting possibility, because I think the entire property is probably licensed, right? Whereas like at Wellington Court, we have, or at most restaurants, we have like dining spaces, and you're allowed to have a certain amount in that room on that patio. Yet, you know, I have that parking lot next to Wellington, but you couldn't sit out there and have a splash of wine and something to eat. I could put picnic tables out there and we could have like some tacos or something, but you can't serve out there.
Yeah, I know, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't take it from the restaurant and kind of enjoy it out there either. It's just not allowed.
No. So,
But so Henry Collin might be a better option for that sort of thing.
Yeah, that might be great. That might be perfect. So,
and then this is a cool new thing that we're starting there. Love the wines, love the guys out there, and they've got that great event space at the back. And we were set.
We had a premiere there where we showed 5 episodes in the vineyard with the shelter of the tent, and we had a big charcuterie board and lots of wine. It's a brilliant facility, and I know we've been talking about their facility, and Marcel told me the other day that he'd work something out with you, so that's exciting. Wellington Court and Pondview. We're
going to take the responsibility of gathering the information from the guest and kind of putting together a package so we can start to plan events out at Pondview. I think it's going to be, it's a big space and super removed from the winery. So it's really kind of on its own out there.
Yeah.
And the part I'm really excited about, because all too often when we're doing winery weddings, we've got to work around sort of their hours and when we can arrive. There's a logistically it's more difficult. But I think it'll be a bit easier out there. We could do some big parties.
Well, talking to Marcel, he's like, I don't know what this summer has in store for it. Nobody does. But hopefully he can see a few events there, and you can kind of work out a system for yourself and get into a groove for the 2021 season.
Yeah, as you know, or as we've talked about before, our business, I'm not sure about other restaurants, but our business is pretty heavily loaded into May through October. And then we always have kind of a difficult winter where we're treading water and just taking care of our suppliers and looking after staff. But all of that, catering that we've been anticipating over the winter is just gone.
Yeah.
I think the Shaw things are finished. My big party at Ridley, I haven't heard from them, but I think that's going to be, of course, off. And that's usually, dinner for $750.
Yeah.
We look forward to that event because it sort of helps to write our winter, right?
Yeah. Well, Erik, I know you well enough to know that you will persevere. You will come through this. If not unscarred, stronger.
We're looking forward to the challenge, man. And like I said, we're trying to see what sticks, and we found a few days of the week where we can be ferociously busy, and that just feels good. And we're grateful for the business, and I know Dale is as well, and Jared is loving having something to do at Wellington Court.
Well, I'm glad to see you guys regularly on social media. I am so much looking forward to having a splash with you in person. I don't know when that can be. Maybe we can socially distance somewhere and enjoy a splash. But it's great to catch up with you. It's great to know you guys are busy. Say hi to Dale and Jared and the whole crew that's working. Thanks so much for having me. Hey, brother, you're pretty connected. You've been part of the episodes, and you've been part of some of the charity stuff that Pat and I do. You do a lot with charity events, and you're the first to sign up. So we really appreciate what you do, and that's why I know that these times are going to be a little bit tough, but we're going to make it through. We're going to do all right, and we're going to learn a few things too. So it'll be fun. So we'll look forward to talking to you, man. Yeah, you let me know. Yeah, I will. And Yeah, take care. Talk to you soon.
You too. You look
Cheers.
great.
Thanks. You do too. I like the hair and I like the beard.
All right, something to do.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, brother. See ya.